Hello everybody, this is Intrepid83 and welcome to Let's Play Distance. It's been a while since I've done a PC game. Yeah, I think the last one I did, I think it was those, the Pink Hour and the Pink Heaven games. Wow. Those are the only two, those are the most recent ones that come to mind that were on PC, but this is Distance. It is described as a survival racing game. Pardon me. It is mainly single player right now, but there is a huge following with the multiplayer. Yeah, I think so there's adventure mode. This is basically the developer zone. You know, you could say story mode, if you will. And then there's the arcade mode, which I believe allows you to play, other tracks that people have made, kind of thing. And this game, from what I gather, has developed quite a following, even though it's still in beta. It's been in beta for a while, but it is very much playable. The adventure mode is, it is, if I recall correctly, it is fairly short. This thing has received quite a few updates since the last time I actually beat it. So this could be interesting. I think the last time I played it, I think they might have changed a couple of a level or two here or there. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe it was just how rusty I was at the controls. But yeah, so definitely a game I recommend, but why take my word for it when you can see for yourself? So I think it's only like 20 bucks on Steam or something like that. 22 bucks anyways, at least in Canadian dollars anyway. So yeah, anyways, just want to, sounds like the audio is okay, but I just want to double check to make sure the settings are as I left them. They are. One thing you're gonna learn about this game, unless it's not your cup of tea, is the music is pretty epic. Definitely one of the strong points of the game as well. And now on this Steam page, it does say that it's partial controller support. However, I would dare say the controller is almost a must to play this game with, because of some of the mechanics in driving the vehicle kind of thing. I first tried playing it with the keyboard, and man, was it ever tough. And then I picked up my Xbox 360 controller, and it actually is much more fluid that way. So I definitely recommend using a controller for this. But anyways, without any further, yeah, it does have a level editor as well. I may go into that at some point, but for now, let's just let's go. Actually, let's make sure all of the settings are okay. The audio was okay. Imperial's fine. Actually, yeah, let's switch over to metric. All abilities in adventure mode. Do I want to get adventurous? Menu animations, boombox mode. I wonder if that means like the music actually has an effect on the the camera itself. Cool. Crest Green visualizer. I've never actually looked at this stuff before. Shuffle levels. No, I'll leave them as they are. It does have its own tutorial, so that's part of the reason why I'm going to go through the adventure mode instead. So yeah, here's the controls. They're basically default controls right now for me. So yeah. Invert flying. Yeah. if you check this, it'll basically just, well, let's put it this way. Let's see, right bumper. So yeah, pitch up, pitch down is, to pitch down, you press up, kind of thing. Something you'd expect from an aircraft kind of thing. So I'm just going to leave it as is. Hang on, I didn't. Okay, it's disabled. All right. Graphics. Yeah, we're all maxed out as far as I can tell. All right, profiles. No thanks. All right. Alright, let's give it a shot. And yeah, let's just restart. Yep, that's fine. Let's start from the beginning. Broken Symmetry. Alright, our right trigger to accelerate. Alright. And let's see, there are different cameras. You can do cockpit, and I believe this game does support VR as well. Oh, man. So yeah, there's that. I'm pressing the Y button to change the angle, or the camera mode here, so yeah. I like to use the cockpit mode, but it is quite challenging. So, well, let's go out here while we're doing the hold A to boost. Yeah, we'll overheat. You can see the gauge behind. Oh, hello. I was not looking at the road. And yeah, that netting there, you touch it, you die. Alright, let's go. And yeah, going through those rings, you regenerate your heat, so to speak, or you reset your heat. There's a ramp there. Whee! Man, this music's so good. If I didn't think it would overpower my voice so much, I would turn it up, actually. Depending on how the audio sounds for this, I may do it, but I mean, yeah, I could have tried to play around with it a bit more than I did, but whee! And yeah, there's a fork there you could have taken. But I find my the voice I use while LPing can be a bit different volume. Yeah, your wall ride. For some reason, I get the feeling that the volume of my voice while recording is a bit different than when I'm doing testing. So yeah, and that's the first level. The first tutorial, I guess. Lost Society. And sometimes the ramps are needed. I think that one I might have been able to go underneath, but... Oh, and yeah, they start throwing obstacles in your way. Oop. Press X to jump. Whoa! Hello. Yuck. Boost. Yeah, there's a... Hey, we did go underneath. So there's another double path there, if you will. Definitely has a Tron-esque feel to it. To the, ooh. Didn't turn far enough. Oh, it gets more interesting than that, viewers. And we shall see. Ooh, there's a grinder there. Oh, let's take the foot off the boost. Let's play it conservatively right now. Ooh, I almost missed that one. Yeah, dip. Oh, sweet. Jump through. Alright. So far, so good. Negative space. Whee! I wonder if you jump there, if you can get even higher on the other. Wow. The other path. Yep, didn't jump soon enough. Let's try again. There's a lot of trial and error with some of the later levels. When it starts to incorporate more of the, mechanics like wall riding, ceiling riding. I almost pressed the wrong button there. Oh, we got some blades, which do cut your... You know what? For the sake of the LP, I'll show you what happens when you run into one of those. Ran into it a little too much. But yeah, I think it probably worked better with the lasers, but yeah, there are lasers as well. Nick. Thing is, when you're going this fast, sometimes the lines kind of blur, so yeah. I sometimes have a hard time telling which direction to go. Deep. If I remember, I might post the link to the... no, somebody actually uploaded the soundtrack to this game on YouTube, so any of these tracks that are you'd like to hear at a bit better volume, you can listen to them there, because they are... Oh, there's the lasers. Let's see what happens when I run into one. Yeah, you don't actually die. If you can keep going, if you've still got at least 2 wheels or 1 wheel on the... I'm not sure if it works with 1 wheel, but if you got at least 2 wheels on the road, if you can get to one of those regenerating stations, you should be okay. It regenerates the rest of your body. Actually, you know what? Departure. Sounds like a good place to leave off. So yeah, I'll see about posting the link in the video description. Maybe I'll just post a link to the tracks that were in the levels we just did, and then maybe I'll play with the audio settings afterwards and maybe boost up the music a bit more, and then yeah, do a bit more testing with that, and maybe I can find a nice balance between being able to hear this excellent music and still being able to hear my voice at the same time. So yeah, alright, so this is Intrepid83 signing off. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.